Welcome tonight to our TMBT Media podcast, which is our first of the new year, 2023. We're starting off January with some basketball reasoning sessions. And so tonight we have a couple of our TMBT Pro players, and we'll be talking about our latest trip down to Argentina coming up on January 12th. So we'll be joined by a couple of our players, and stay tuned to kind of listen in and learn some of our methods and some of our ways of teaching basketball in Argentina.
Coming from one climate to another, and you catching the cold in the summertime out that bitch.
Okay, guys, we gonna try some of this live talk tonight. We've been on the phone for a while, and we're gonna record some of this information so we can share with some of our other young players who are with us. We'll use this as part one of our basketball reasoning sessions, starting off 2023. We have Coach Kevin Kelsey with us tonight. I'm one of my brothers from John Marshall. I'm legendary football and basketball player with us from 1988 at John Marshall. We have his son, Scooter Kelsey, with us as well. One of our current TMBT clients that will be traveling with us to Argentina in January. We have one of our TMBT Argentina captains, Terrence Smalls, with us, who has traveled down in 2023. And we have Terrence Smalls traveled down in 2020. We have Omar Briggs with us as well, who traveled down in 2021. And so we're talking a little bit tonight. Guys, please continue. Please don't stop talking and sharing the wisdom just because we cut the mic on. You guys were sharing some very influential words with Scooter Kelsey. You two guys who have been down with us before. You guys were really dropping some gems on this young man and trying to get his mind and mental prepared for the journey that we're asking him to take. Omar, you will be traveling back as well with us. Omar, go back and repeat for some of our listeners, those that didn't have a chance. You were sharing some words of wisdom with Scooter. Just kind of give us a brief overview of what you said to him.
Yeah, be disciplined, man. Discipline. Be respectful to everybody. Play hard, work hard. Don't take nothing for granted out there, man. You gonna have a good time, man, but you just gotta, don't forget the main objective first. You know what I'm saying?
Good. You did, and I apologize, man. I should have hit the record button an hour ago. Mr. Kelsey is also on the phone with us. We also have Terrence Smalls here tonight. Terrence Smalls, just give us a brief overview of what you said to Scooter about his first time going down. Just kind of let the listeners know what you said and what advice you gave to him from a guard perspective, someone who's been down and will be playing his position down there.
Yeah, we pretty much, enjoy the experience when you go, but, like I told him earlier, pretty much no standing in the corner. Playing, high level basketball at Argentina, South America, you go to the corner, the coaches, they're going to expect you to shoot it. That's non-negotiable. That's what they run down there. And you sit in the corner, ball gets there, that shot got to go up. Pretty much attack from the top of the key. Get your shots, run the offense, be aggressive that way. And then if you on the left side, left wing of the floor, penetrate, take top side drives, make the defense, guard the defense, make the defense commit and kick to the opposite wing. Coaches love that set. They love that play. And, that's pretty much what I shared with them.
Yeah. It was a great conversation that I wish I had recorded earlier. I wish we had started our podcast earlier because the wealth of knowledge that was shared. Mr. Kelsey and I are teammates from our high school basketball playing days, and I'm blessed to have the chance to help his son, Scooter, who played here in Richmond, Virginia as well. I played at Shaw University, and have a chance to help him. And we have some of our players who can shed some light on the situation to help the young man going through is going to be enough. But at least if you have some answers to the test, you can do well. What we're asking him to do isn't fair. We're asking him to compete in second division Argentina basketball, having not played basketball professionally before at all. But it's a tall task, but I think that with the support system that we're trying to build around him and some more guys, and all of these guys will do well down there, God willing, and understand the concepts that we're going through. So these were some of the things. Mr. Kelsey, you still there with us, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. I apologize, man. Mr. Kelsey has been on the phone with us all day through our calls and overseas calls and this stuff. Mr. Kelsey, if you will, share with our listeners a little bit about, like we asked you before, you mentioned something that these young men will definitely need to know about. I want you to talk a little bit about what it's like to have a superstar basketball playing son from an HBCU, student athlete, upstanding citizen, and now he's trying to make his way into the pro basketball lane, if you will. I'm talking about yourself and what you did to raise such a great young man, and what you tried to instill in your son, as well as any young man who will listen to us former athletes when we try to give them some advice on being great.
You know, what I teach my son is never get big-headed, stay humble as possible. Always stay humble. You know, never think you are the man, because you're never the man. There's always someone else that can do something or do better that you can't, what you do. You know, stay humble, stay focused, and always put God first. Always. You know, because if you put God first, everything else will work out. And envision what you want. Always see it before you do it. If you see it, you go do it. No question about that.
Yes.
You know, but the first thing is, you know, it's about, you got to respect yourself. And if you respect yourself, you're going to respect everybody else. You know, respect yourself first. Because why would you go outside of yourself and act crazy? If you do that, you're disrespecting yourself. You think you're disrespecting somebody else, but you're really disrespecting yourself, because when you have that connection with God, it's going to be straight and narrow anyway. If God was standing right there before you, would you do that? No. So why would you do it? Because he is there. She is there. So don't do that. Disrespect yourself at every level possible. Because you represent, like I said, over there in other countries, they only know what they see on TV and what's been taught to them about black young men. So if they see that, give them something different, and they're going to have a whole different look. So when they teach their kids and they teach their family, it's like, no, that's not real. That is not how they act. They are like this. You know, be the best person you can be. Be the best you can be. That's all you can do, is be the best you can be. I always teach the kids that. And I always tell them, you can't fail nobody but yourself. You can't beat nobody but yourself. Always put your best foot forward. Can't nobody stop you but you. Anything you want to obtain, you can get it. There's no ceiling to anything that you are trying to do. No ceiling. So don't, like one of the guys said earlier, don't get in your head. Say, have fun. Basketball is a game. That's why they call it a game. It's fun. People make it a business. You keep it fun. You can do both. You know, don't give nobody your power at all. Don't give nobody your power. And that, by me saying that, is don't let nobody get in your head. Because once they know they can push your buttons, they got you. You know, so think about it from that standpoint. That's why when people push your buttons, or you be like, man, that man make me mad. No, you made yourself mad. Because you got to know who you are as a person. Nobody should be able to push your buttons.
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
They provoke you, and you got to choose whether I'm going to jump on that or not. And you be like, wait, hey, how can I let this man bother me? This don't even make sense to me. Whatever you doing, you go ahead and do it over there. I'm good over here. And keep it pushing. You know, learn from that. Because it's being presented to you to show you where you are as a person. If you know who you are as a person. That's why things come into your reality from the beginning anyway. To see how much you have grown as a person, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You know, so take that, and like I told Bell, I tell all the guys, y'all want to talk to me, I'm here.
You know, and I told Bill, me and my wife, we talk to married couples, we talk to kids, we talk to all kinds of people to help them get through different struggles and everything. Because at the end of the day, as you talk to me, you go talk yourself and understand exactly how you got to where you got. Because all the answers are within you anyway. It's just you paying attention to what you're saying and how you're going about everything you're doing and become aware of what you're doing. Everything is life is mental. Life is really mental. It's just having an understanding and having a great perspective on how you're going to navigate your way through this life. You know, what you know and what you don't know. And what you don't know, be open to learn. Is your glass half full or half empty? You know, people always say, what that mean? Half full or half empty? If you're half full, that means you ain't trying to really learn no more. You want to be half empty so you can receive. I said that backwards. Forgive me, y'all.
No, but that's deep though. No, that's deep. But like you said though, and we don't want Scooter. We kept Scooter on the phone. He's been on the phone with us all day talking to our coaches. We don't want him to think this is pick on Scooter day, but we want him to realize that we're trying to share some knowledge with him about what he's about to encounter and embark on, and how confident we are. We're confident that he can go ahead and do those things. So we're going to leave it there for our first presentation into our 2023 Combine. We'll have part 2 coming up with Coach Kelsey, Scooter Kelsey, Terrence Smalls, and Omar Briggs. So we'll sign off on that one for tonight, and we'll be looking forward to part 2.